up, guys? It's your boy Alex, and welcome back to a reaction video on the Brave Lionheart channel. We are back, finally, to reacting to some more fictional characters collide, and apparently this is an episode for Season 3 as well. I'm actually kind of excited. I mean, I don't know, I haven't really watched much of, like, the other episodes from, like, Season 2 or Season 3, mostly some of that. But anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at a very, very interesting one today. We are taking a look at the battle between Superman from the Injustice games versus Lord Drakkon from the Power Ranger comic series, Shattered Grid. I almost forgot the name of that. Now, honestly, this could be a really interesting fight between these two characters. Both characters have had their own story arcs of becoming, the villains of their, set universe. Mostly considering that, when it comes to, Superman from the DC universe, we know that's, an alternate timeline, evil Superman. And same thing with, Lord Drakkon. But that's basically not so much an alternate timeline, but it just gives a what-if scenario if Tommy basically stayed the evil Green Ranger and rose to power, basically killing everybody and gaining more power and becoming, an ultimate evil and basically taking over the universe. Stuff like that. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any time and let's jump right in because we're probably going to see an epic battle right here. Anyway, with that being said, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh yeah, loving this. The music for this intro is always great though too. I actually do wonder if they are going to talk about, the multiple times Drakkon has been, taken down by his, his actual self that is, somehow come back from the dead after getting killed by Drakkon in an earlier issue.
There are countless possibilities. Basically, if something can happen,
there's
most likely a universe where it did. With this, countless stories have been told over the years about the concept of what-ifs.
Yeah, the multiverse is always full of, crazy possibilities.
Going down a more dark and evil path, like these two.
Regime Superman of Earth 49.
Oh, yeah.
Injustice.
And Lord Drakkon, tyrant turned god Power Ranger from the world of the coinless.
He's Demon and I'm Archer.
And it's our job to analyze these characters to their fullest, going through their feats and faults to see what happens in this fan edition of Fictional Characters Collide.
Oh, this will be really cool.
In many worlds of DC, the multiverse is huge. In many various worlds that possibly share similar timelines, but with many differences. Worlds like Earth 55, a world where many surviving heroes and villains fight against the anti-living zombie virus.
Didn't think there'd be a chance that they would do a DC's zombies, universe, now that I think about it.
And Super Soldier. Or Earth 901, basically what would happen if Stan Lee created the DC universe. And many things to say, various Earth DCs have held many versions of heroes and villains.
And this is where the evil version of the heroes come in. There's plenty. Like Earth 3, where the planet is ruled by the Crime Syndicate, aka Evil Justice.
Oh!
Or Earth 63.
I didn't think that was possible.
Vampires led by the twisted hero turned villainous vampire leader, Nightwing. And then there's Arkham Batman, Regime Superman of Earth 49.
Keep in mind,
oh yeah,
Regime Superman from the primary games of Injustice Gods of Us / Injustice 2.
Oh jeez.
Lines from the original run, Year 1 to 5, the sequel Injustice 2, and the prequel of.
Oh yeah.
However,
I almost forgot there was a comic version of the games. I think they did it before the games came out, and after the first game, it just ended up doing the kind of story about it.
If I can say one thing, Art.
Yeah, it's really weird to think that, I could be wrong, but I know that, the comic came out before the game was, completely... Or actually, it probably came out, right as the game was, finished. I think it ended up... You got, your own, comic book when the game came out, plus they just, started creating the comic series, way after the first game came out, and starting, introducing, storylines that kind of added to the story of the game itself. Really weird to think about it, when you're playing a game of, Because it does say at the beginning, alternate future and alternate timelines. Or, you know, just evil clones from another universe. Stuff like that. Nice job, Demon.
It's unclear if this world plays similar to the main canon of the current
Yeah.
season.
This.
Doing the comparing of the main
I don't know, I just wasn't, like, vibing with the whole evil clone universe.
Especially powerhouses like Superman.
I mean, not that I would want to see, like, a Superman turn evil or anything. I mean, again, that would be, like, an interesting concept, not something I would want to see, mostly.
Anyways, much like the main universe, minor difference.
Oh my gosh!
Building the explosion of the planet Krypton. There, he spent time as Clark Kent and was raised by the Kent family
Yeah.
of Smallville. As he grows up, he eventually learns about his Kryptonian biology and later adopts his superhero persona, Superman.
Yeah.
In fact, it seems like this Superman
Big old American boy in blue.
Lex Luthor are best friends,
Or whatever what I was trying to say there.
and will give birth to a child of their own.
Things went bad, didn't it?
Very. One day, the Joker and Harley had an
Oh
idea to
yeah, the
shatter
fact that, like, he turns evil because of the
the
Joker.
Murdered his best friend Jimmy
Yep.
Olsen and told him to head to Metropolis, where Superman finds the Joker in the submarine, which they stole, only to find himself against Doomsday, of all things. But after sending
Also, I guess at this point, Joker got some of Scarecrow's fear toxin.
which set off a bomb, wiping the
Yeah.
the map.
Wow, well, so convoluted, but still the biggest dick move the Joker has ever done. So when Batman was interrogating the Joker, and Superman popped in and gave Joker one hell
But of
a
course,
shot,
yeah, Superman was not going to have it.
From grief and driven
When you really think about it, like, yeah, the game was made by NetherRealm Studios, but they did not have a lot of blood in it. Except that animated version just showed blood in it.
And boy, howdy does he have the means needed to. He's got Superman's classic moveset of super strength, speed, durability, heat vision, ice breath.
Now they're just pretty much talking about the storyline from the second game, where, you know, Superman's, like, cousin, or was it his cousin or his sister? Not entirely sure.
Communities to either believe what Superman was doing was right or not.
Who just so happened to oppose him? Batman, because of course it was fucking Batman. It's always Batman. He tried to stop, but then something
Oh, yeah.
due to an accident.
When he ended up recruiting, Robin, basically. The recent Robin, actually, at the time.
Consists of heroes like Huntress, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Catwoman, Batwoman, Black Lightning, Captain Atom, and Mark.
Yeah.
Both sides fought each other, but both sides had heavy casualties, like the deaths of Manhunter, Captain Atom, and...
Oh, that's painful.
An identity revealed towards the world. Superman forms the One Earth regime, consisting of many soldiers and heroes that serve to bring peace and end all violence.
I'm not sure why you would need to recruit Sinestro. It's not the brightest idea there, Batman.
Superman demonstrated how powerful he is when he isn't restricted to kill. In fact, Superman's best feats of strength comes from his battle off-screen with Emperor. Plastic Man's feats is going to destroy the universe. Venetia scared to Blue Beetle, who was scared of destroying a Red Lantern empowered Starro, who threatened to destroy the universe as well. This isn't even mentioning Mogo, who one-shot several other Yellow Lanterns, who should be like Hal's level, and a Yellow Lantern Superman who just one-shot the fuck off that planet. And then
Safe to say that, like, Regime Superman would definitely take out the entire Green Lantern Corps.
The hell does people like Harley fucking Quinn rival Superman?
Well, Lex Luthor actually developed a pill called the 5U93.
Okay, so that's how, like, most of the characters will have the same super strength as Superman.
Of course, overdose it and it
Okay.
Montoya did the same.
That's a plot line I did not think would, you know, happen.
Extremely dangerous.
Or that I would get to hear.
For good.
Give me that.
No, Demon, don't take it. Don't eat it.
That's not.
No.
The,
Archer,
well,
I feel weird.
I tried to see what happened if I mixed your.
now demons somehow become part of the Green Lantern Corps.
Stones.
Huh. Why did my intrusive thoughts of cosmic genocide just get louder?
Well, during the 5 years in war against Batman.
Okay, I think it would be safe to, like, keep an eye on Demon just in case there, Archer.
Zeus and the other
Just saying.
Yes, you heard me. Actually, Greek gods themselves. And one of them, Hercules, the son of Zeus, was killed by the Kryptonians. And Hercules is considered to be a powerful demigod superior to both his brother and sister, Ares and Wonder Woman. and Wonder Woman aided Superman to lift the whole city of Atlantis back in year 1.
Even Hermes doesn't appear to his speed. He's able to toss people to space, scale to his cousin who can fly and toss someone to the moon, Lobo who can
Yeah,
fly.
I like that the last thing just said, like, took over the world for now, because a lot of things that happened in the second game.
He's even fast enough to have a conversation and play chess.
I'm surprised they didn't put the feat where he actually ended up killing Captain Marvel. Or, you know, Shazam, basically.
Speed, but this is a thing both Barry and
whichever name you prefer using.
And Kid Flash do as costumes.
Funny enough, Superman this time has some equipment. Because the most evil thing
Yikes.
he did was steal Mirror Master's belt, a belt which can travel to the mirror dimension. He has the Phantom Zone projector.
Yeah, a lot of abilities that he has when it comes to, like, powers and everything.
Don't forget his yellow lantern, given to him by Sinestro after being shot by a kryptonite bullet. This uses fear of others and himself to give him a power boost to one-shot Mogo, create constructs of fear, and he can give people fear as well.
But during all the wars, the regime and himself...
Oh, gosh.
...and his friends' personalities heard from the worst.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to go check out a message real quick from somewhere. Really got to fix those Telegram messages, honestly. But I just laughed at the fact that, like, you know, that Batman say that they miss the old days when they were good friends. Superman said me too, and they just immediately sucker punched him. That's evil Superman for you. That is evil Superman for you in a nutshell. Just saying. Anyway, let's not waste any time and continue on. We're moving on to Drakkon's story, and then we can move on to the actual fight. There's gonna be I didn't think, like, that whole thing with, like, Regime Superman would take a lot longer than I thought.
I remember from yesterday many beloved shows when I was a kid. I remember
oh, yeah. Gotta love the 80s and the 90s, man.
And DuckTales. Yeah, I could remember them since yesterday. I watched them yesterday.
I see, it all makes sense now. The 1990s are definitely the era of many shows that are remembered as culture classics. And among them are 5 teens with attitude, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Go, go,
yep.
Power Rangers! You Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Demon, stop. You're terrible at singing. Ow, my ears.
But seriously, the Power Rangers are awesome. Sure, there's mostly a USA version of the original, but come on!
Oh wow, they're actually referencing that it came from Super Sentai first.
They are selected to battle Rita Repulsa, who is recently freed by these...
Oh yeah. Alright, well, the video started lagging. I really need to probably update my, like, recording system at some point, because the lags are starting to get, like, really, really annoying. It doesn't help with editing as much either. Oh my gosh. Now that I really think about it, like, I'm probably gonna have to wait and talk about it at the end of the video.
In the original story, the young Tommy
was
captured and placed under a curse by Rita to serve her as the Green Ranger.
There's the bad boy.
Tommy is shown to crush the Ranger.
Sorry about that. I don't know why I did that. It's really crazy to think that, like, Tommy got his start off as being the evil Green Ranger, and then just immediately turned good after, like, what, 5 parts where he's pretty much, like, done everything to destroy the Rangers, or, I don't know, just, like, intimidate them as much. And it makes sense, because, like, it was the first enemy that they ever faced that was also human, that was given these powers. It really makes you think, because in the comic series, they actually do give kind of an explanation on where the power coins came from, and, you know, where the green power coin came from. And you really have to think about it. The show never gave you an explanation to where the green power coin came from and why Rita had it.
Rangers in his battle against them, but eventually he was freed from the spell by the Red Ranger due to destroying the sword that the curse was placed.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of dumb. Trust me, it's the 90s.
So, with Tommy freed from Rita's curse, he now served as the 6th Ranger to the team to fight alongside them.
Yep.
Quite similarly to the original, Tommy fled from the fight as he was confused and scared.
Gave Tommy those, like, PTSD, like, moments of thinking he might end up turn evil again and actually destroy his friends and hurt the people he cares about.
As soon as later Tommy adopts the name.
No kidding. Over time, Rita conquered most cities and managed to completely conquer Earth, with many people sided with her. Power Rangers yet.
Oh yeah, there was this.
the idea to stop Rita.
Yeah.
Many allies that Zordon knows of, like Yijor or.
I would never forget about this, if I'm going to be honest. All right, sorry, I had to deal with something real quick. Had more Telegram messages. But yeah, it's really hard to think when you see that Tommy ends up killing Rita to gain control of her magical powers, and then steals the White Ranger powers and combines it with his. That is honestly a really cool concept to create an ultimate villain like this, like Drakkon. Also, want to talk about again with the PTSD stuff that happens. That is actually kind of a really interesting concept to do for like a more mature Power Ranger series, to show the effects that like it has on someone, like when they're an evil ranger. It makes them like hesitate, like thinking that like they might end up hurting their friends in the process during like a battle. It's really a cool, like, scary concept for a Power Rangers comic series. And honestly, I would kind of love to see it get adapted into like a Power Rangers series if they bring it back, or if they continue on with like a new Power Rangers series or stuff like that. Because we're getting new Sentai stuff. I would love to see them turn that into a Sentai series, or like a Power Ranger series with the new Sentais that have been coming
As a
out.
result, Tommy was infused with the White Ranger's power and gave him a new look of a White Evil Ranger. The beginning
Oh
of the
yeah,
battle has begun.
with that badass pose and that badass armor.
But what happened to Jason? Did he like die, or I'm sure he was just not left to live, right? He couldn't.
Well, no, he survived, but as a prisoner. But that's a whole other story.
Well, like any Power Ranger, Drakkon possessed
Yikes.
superhuman strength.
I actually thought in a weird way Jason did die in the timeline. But no, he did survive.
Thanks to Rita, he learned to be a highly skilled manipulator as he uses the
And then again, so did Trini, Billy, and Zach. They all ended up forming a resistance group to take on Drakkon and his forces.
That also kind of happened. Well, that's a big one. But at least he gets to rule his own world with these cool-looking motherfucking Ranger sentries. Served as his army and gained power from the power coins of Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Sabretooth, and Pterodactyl.
Yeah, pretty much taking all the powers from like every other single Ranger in the universe and absorbing it into his own.
Defeated and his morpher is broken, causing him to lose power. However, as he'd rather not face his hero, Drakkon jumps into a portal and ends up in the main universe, only to be captured by the government, where he would be placed in energy.
Oh yeah, there was that time in the comic series where he did end up back in our timeline.
He escaped, didn't he?
Yeah, mostly because his world Saba tried to execute him, only to get himself killed and give Drakkon a chance to escape.
Wow.
This is where the Shattered Grid begins and the explanation of the morphing grid.
What the hell? Where'd you get
Also,
that?
how is Demon normal colored again?
Don't talk about that vampire episode.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. The morphing grid is basically like a sort of cosmic battery every ranger across every universe can use to do the whole it's morphin' time shtick. The morphing grid is what fuels the rangers, giving them their power, but if the connection is severed, it can lead the rangers to be normal humans again.
Kind of like how the only thing that's keeping our show afloat is
Oh boy.
and all the writers I've
I don't know if I like that sly smile of demons over there.
Basement. Also, what do you mean by writers?
Anyway, with the multiverse in the palm of his hands, Drakkon set out to conquer many Rangers' worlds and claim their powers. Like Samurai and Zeo, where the Samurai Ranger's symbol power is strong enough to seal another world, and the Netherworld consists of actual demons. Drakkon
Lots of crazy feats that he did.
Connects to the fragments of the Zeo crystal. It's unknown how powerful this crystal.
They're not even gonna like talk about that he ended up killing Tommy as well, killing his like real timeline like self. And again, somehow Tommy came back from death. When you think about it.
This franchise made for kids can have the most crazy things and more.
Again, same feat as Regime Superman, taking over the world for now. Oh no, Demon, what are you gonna do?
It's morphin' time.
Where did you get that?
Don't worry about it. Tyrannosaurus.
Oh boy.
Look at me. I'm
Was that an explosion?
I'm sure that's fine.
Probably don't really have the same powers as Jason, but
Check that out.
you know.
After Drakkon travels to different worlds of Power Rangers, killing his main counterpart and his Zeo variation, tricking Ninjor, the creator of the Power Coins, to fix his morpher and then betray him, Drakkon and his army...
Oh yeah.
with the stolen powers-
Drakkon's own Zord, the Black Dragon.
Sentries with the stolen powers, like both Blue Samurai and Dino Charged Gold Sentries, as examples. However, his plan would be interrupted as many remaining Power Rangers from different worlds,
Oh, yeah.
Thunder, Beast Morphers, and Hyperforce. It would have been another defeat for Drakkon and a win for the Power Rangers. However, the unthinkable happened.
Aw, shit. The real stuff is happening now, and it's a big one, folks.
By merging with various Rangers Morphers, Drakkon infused the power from them that is powerful enough.
And at this point, just upgrading his powers even more, making him 10 times stronger.
With the power, he became a god. And he uses the power to create a new reality where he is...
I don't know if I liked the helmet that much, but...
Who are now civilians, working in normal jobs with no memories of their previous lives as Power Rangers.
From that, he gained various abilities like mind control magic, life creation, flight. He can open portals, send people to different timelines, time travel.
Okay! I didn't think one of his powers would be, time manipulation and stuff like that. And he's able to control all the different elements. Wow. Or maybe that's stuff that's from the game Battle for the Grid. Not really sure, but maybe.
Time manipulation, and along with magic, summoning, and attack reflection, he was basically a god.
That's until a Spectre version of his main counterpart.
Oh my gosh. When they did the promo for the comic series and they got what I thought was Jason David Frank still for it, but I don't think it actually was him. Someone that sounded like him, and it's a pretty good lookalike.
That's really deep for a show that has a rapping pumpkin.
Huh. Yeah.
The line he says at the end of the trailer gives me chills. They could have been gods.
And restoring the Rangers' memories from Mighty Morphin, Lauren, the Samurai Red Ranger, and Jen, the Time Force Pink Ranger, to stop Drakkon and take the heart from him. As a result, Drakkon lost and was left alone in the shattering reality he created. But after everything had happened, his main counterpart offers him to escape this reality and chance if he can redeem himself.
But being sadistic and a broken man he is, Drakkon refused the offer that his main counterpart gave him. And, well, kill this fucking ass!
How tragic. Due to being cursed by Rita, then became the Tyrant, defeated by another version of himself, captured and escaped, gained the power of a god, but ended in a destroyed reality he created. In truth, Drakkon was destined to fail. Now he remains trapped in a world of his own creation, as his good version of himself remains free, a version he could have been if he had not fled reality. Forever trapped, knowing he is the only version of himself to be evil.
It's Comics Archer. He'll come back and gain his powers again. Though he goes
I forgot Trini ended up having a black dragon like Zord suit, along with her regular suit as well.
The Drakkon Rangers. It's a long story again. By any means, Drakkon remains one of the deadliest villains of the Power Rangers history, and remain as the one who almost succeeded to win. Of all the main baddies and evil Rangers, Lord Drakkon rules them all. To all opposed to him, you should just kneel to Lord Drakkon, the evil Ranger.
You don't have to be.
And again, just pretty much escaping and getting out again to try and take over the world and the timeline.
Die. Alpha, this whole place
Jeez.
is nuclear. Zero in on my coordinates. Let's get out of here.
Yikes. All right, we are ready to get this started. Okay, so this'll be really, really interesting to do so. Honestly, this is going to be a tough fight to call, if I'm going to be honest. Both of them are incredibly strong and fast and agile. But now that I think about it, I think Drakkon might take this fight. Reason being I think Drakkon might take this fight is because he's got the one thing that, Superman is also weak against. No, not kryptonite, though that would be awesome if he had a kryptonite dragon dagger for this fight. But no, the one other thing Drakkon has is magic. And literally Superman is weak against magic. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer that Drakkon could possibly win this fight. I'm going with my gut. Drakkon is definitely going to win this fight. I mean, again, I could call it wrong. I would be happy if, evil Superman won this fight. But still, I'm going to say it. Drakkon's got this fight in the bag. Considering he's got very powerful magic. Who knows? Evil Superman might pull out the surprise win. But I'm going with my gut. And that has actually failed me before watching these videos. It's kind of been hit or miss when it came to calling the fights right. But still, I could be completely wrong about this. But we will see what happens. We will see what exactly happens. Something like that. Anyway, let's not waste any time and let's jump right in to see who wins this fight. I'm excited, though, for it. I'm excited to see who's going to win this.
His fate is sealed, or will Lord Drakkon kneel behind the High Council?
Either way, one of them will eventually be served or killed by their foe. Without any further, it's time for these two fictional characters to collide.
Alright, let's get to it. Oh, just happily fighting in a random city, I guess. Oh, there he is. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Just the Black Ranger, like, 8-bit version from the Super Nintendo game. Oh, damn! He just cut them in half! Holy crap! Superman's not kidding around in this fight. Oh, there you go.
I am God.
Time to cut loose. Let's try.
Alright, here we go. Fight time. Oh! Oh, that was nice. Damn, they're just really going at it with this. Oh, trying to use the freeze breath. What was the point of that twirl? Like, were you just trying to show off there? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, are they doing a super move from the second game? I think they are. Oof. Oh, that had to hurt. Just taking Tommy down a peg. Ooh, nice. Oh. Ooh. Oh! Damn!
Time to get started.
Oh, what's he doing now? Drilling into the earth, apparently. Oh. Not really gonna do much, Drakkon. Really not gonna do much. Oh. You gonna break his... Yeah. There goes Saba. One of your best weapons. Damn. Oh. Breaking his shield. Oh, there we go. Got him. Oh.
Time to set things right.
Yeah, that sword's not really gonna do much. Oh. Damn, he's just slicing him up good. Oof. Oh, taking him to the Phantom Zone. Not the smartest idea. Yeah, he can just create time portals. Oh! Oh, just blocking it instantly. Oh! Oh! Blinding him! Damn! Okay!
Before your lord.
And just took over the city. Damn, Drakkon. You brutal. Holy crap.
Do more fan episodes in the future.
This battle was almost dead even.
Now that, I'm glad that I called that right, but damn, that was an epic fight.
To put their universes in peril, maybe even the multiverse.
But when we gain two powers, that's where it changes. Drakkon has one thing above Superman.
I think also you do have to consider the fact that, like, you know, considering he is a martial art, okay. Oh, I forgot about that. I don't think that would have worked. But you also got to consider the fact that, like, Drakkon is a master of martial arts. So it was going to be a tough fight for Superman.
With this, he can't.
And there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to Lord Drakkon versus Regime Superman. I don't know why they just couldn't call him Evil Superman. I mean, I guess because, like, he's commanding a regime of, like, evil versions of superheroes and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, that does actually make more sense. I was actually surprised that I called it right for a while, actually. I'm surprised. But damn, that was a brutal way to kill off Evil Superman right there. Just squeezing his head and then just watching it pop. Damn. Oh my gosh. And again, it was a really close fight considering, yeah, Drakkon had magical powers. Superman couldn't fight against that. Plus the fact that like he was an expert martial artist at the time before he became evil. So yeah, it was kind of a no-win situation for evil Superman. Then again, Superman has studied different like fighting styles as well at a time, so it could have been an even match against the two, but it wasn't. Drakkon pulled out the win and pretty much took over the city, which I assume was probably maybe like Metropolis at some point, or just some random city that Superman decided to rule over. I guess whatever worked for him. But yeah, that was a great fight. If there's any other fan war, fictional, sorry, I did not mean to say fan war. I meant to say fictional characters collide. If there's any other FCC like videos you want me to react to, let me know in the comment section down below. And if there's any other other styles of death battles that you want me to react to, or if there's any death battle videos you guys want me to react to, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will try my best to get to that. With that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to never miss a video. And with that, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!